Hello, fellow fiber collector and stitch enthusiast. It's Dee, and this is YDC TV. Episode 51 is bursting at the seams with hats. First, I will show you the crocheted hat, then the hand knitted hat, and we will get into all of the Addi Express hats, and I will tell you about where I got the pattern, and we will go from there. So let's get started. Okay, the first hat is the crocheted hat. And it's inside out from being in the wash. Sorry. Okay, here's the first crocheted hat, and I do not remember what yarn it was because this was shown in a previous video. And this is my design. No, it's a double crochet. And actually it's double crocheted all the way up. And it is, I believe, it's a back post to give it some texture. So that's my design. And then let me grab for the hand knit one. And of course, I'm not going to be able to pronounce it. So here's the hand knit one. I had a little issue with the decrease, but it was my first time doing it. So I will also show you a picture of the pattern. Is it inside out? No. But so this was my first attempt at it. So gotta forgive me on that one. So there is a picture of it, or the picture. So there it is. I will attempt this hat again. I truly did enjoy making it. And then it's the Jaquez by Lala. And I will show you an actual picture of the hat. It's a one-page pattern. So, there's what the hat's supposed to look like. There's the name of the hat and the designer. I will be making it again. It's a lovely hat. So the next one we will talk about is made with Addi, and this pattern is a tutorial by Yay for Yarn. It is a reversible hat. Had a great time making it, and I made lots of them. So we're going to do a parade of hats in a bit because I went through a lot of my fiber collection making these because they're going to a good organization in New York. I'm not sure if you watched my last video, but I'll go over it really quickly. A friend of mine, a longtime friend of mine, had contacted me to make a couple hats for a family member, and we got to talking. She called back, we got to talk, or she texted back, we got to talking about making some hats for an organization that she's involved in. And I said, absolutely, I'd love to do it. And I sent 11 hats. And then she says, in conversation, she had mentioned that there was another organization she was involved in with a little bit bigger of a group of people that needed hats. So, I kept that bit of information in my head. So I started making more hats. So that's where these hats are going. A majority. There's a couple that are all blue that will be going to the Hat Not Hate program that I had started making for last year. And I had only gotten 4 hats made, I think 4 hats. 4 hats made before I had to have emergency eye surgery and couldn't work with dark yarn. And I kept an eye on what the Hat Not Hate program was doing, and they said that they were going to be taking hats this year, and I jumped on making hats. I have quite a few crocheted hats already made, and then when I got the Addi Express and the Addi Mini for a Christmas gift for my family, I started making hats. So you'll see those 2, and then there's 2 additional hats that are going to 2 other people. So I'm really excited. I've been cranking out hats, literally, but I've been making hats. So onto the pattern from Yay for Yarn, which I will link the tutorial below. Both these tutorials will be below. So This is just the first one. I'm starting with just one to show you, and then we'll do the parade of hats in a moment. I want to say, yeah, these are both favorite yarns. Forgive me if I don't know all the yarns. If I can remember them, I will tell you, because I went through quite a few. I tried to save all my ball bands, but I worked through quite a bit of my stash. Well, not quite a bit, but I made a dent in my stash making hats, which is great because I need to get working through my stash. So here's one side, and then you flip it over, and here's another. And as you can see, I did do a color change on my own independently, as well as here. So there's that one. And then the other, this looks like hers. I don't know if it's hers or my modification to hers. This is a tutorial from Cassie Sandberg. She called it her cupcake hat. And it's a slouchy version, so it'll be kind of slouchy a little bit. And I love it, and it has like a really neat brim. I really fell in love with this one, and so it's really not reversible, but you can reverse it if you wanted to, you know, so it's pretty neat. The reversible side, you would have a little bumpy kind of massagey on the inside. Pretty cool. And she had mentioned, Cassie had mentioned in a tutorial that she wanted to eventually try a 2x2. But she doesn't have a tutorial out for that right now. So I decided to do it. Here's what I came up with. I'm calling this a little like mushroom top hat. I love it. I think it's adorable. It's great. It fits great. And again, you can, if you wanted to, turn it inside out for extra warmth. I loved it. But she had spoke about it in her tutorial. So this is going to be one that she's going to do eventually and come out with. So, okay, so now I did modify, and I will show you, and a lot of mine are like this. I did modify her cupcake hat, and this is what I came out with. And I really love this version better. There's more gaps in between the ripple, and this is an ice yarn gumball, and I really just love how the stripes are. And it'll be a slouchy hat. You have the brim, which is white favorite. No, savor. I don't remember. Sorry, there's a lot of hats. So I really love this design a lot. So let me get all the hats over here, and I will do our parade of hats. This one here is favorite in gray and the sea green. This one here I was playing with a little bit of like kind of making like a fair isle, just a little bit. It's a rose pink and cream, and then on the other side is rose pink stripes and cream. This is part of it was a yarn that's striped. I can't remember the name of it. I don't remember the name of it. And then the same color on the other side. I wish I remember the name of it. Too much yarn. Never. And this is Savor in different shades of purple. And then a solid purple on the other side. And this is different shades of trying to repeat one of the sugar wheels. And this is just some light purple I had. And then the dark purple, the grapey purple. That's not the color it's called. Light purple and a light teal. And then I did some more of the, actually this might be the one she had. No, this was the one that Cassie did, her pattern. And the other one was the one that I did. And then a red and a cream, or red and a beige. This is a yarn bee yarn I've used for a couple patterns. And then this is the separation that I chose to try. And then a dark brown on the inside. This is a darker green with a medium green on the inside. This is Ferris wheel. I just loved how these colors went together. Just beautiful. And just did the double Ferris wheel on both sides because I was just absolutely loving how it worked out. And this is an absolutely adorable, bright pink. The screen is not showing up as it should. And it's just got some waves to it. And then the underneath side is a gray. A dark, not a super dark, but a darker gray. But I love how bright and vivid the pink is. It's just lovely. Just absolutely lovely. And this is a very bright, vibrant color, rainbow-esque with some waves in it. It's a slouchy hat. And I used, it's not a super bright, but it's toned down just a hair, yellow interior. Love this hat. Love the bright, vivid colors of it. Gorgeous. And then this is another version of the previous hat I showed with the waves, the light waves, but the difference is the bottom portion, that would be the brim, is a gray. So that is a total of 37 hats. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, and until we see each other again.